Good morning-ish. Ish. Welcome into twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. As you can see on the screen, together in the studio for the first time in about a bajillion years, and probably the last time for about a bajillion years, because that's how it goes. My name is Graham D, and I'm joined by the man that we call Baby. Good morning.
Oh, God. RIP headphone users.
Yeah, if you listen to this on demand, then, you're not anymore. There we go. How are you doing, Welcome in. I hope you're all good. Did you enjoy your bank holidays or not? Some of you probably didn't enjoy it. Some of you, it might have been an emotional time, but for me, it was a nice chilled weekend with an extra Pubg stream yesterday.
Absolutely.
Which was good.
I was very surprised when I got the notification. I thought, has he lent on his keyboard or something and he's gone live by accident?
Just sat there, the finger up my nose, like...
Because I didn't even see a tweet. I just seen the Graham Day is now live with playing Pubg or something like that. That's the first thing that I saw.
Well, I knew I was going to stream at some point, but it was a case of, do I stream early doors and then go out with a family lamb later on? Do I stream later on and go out with family lamb early doors? And I kind of like went for the middle instead. Mm-hmm. So I took the dog out for a walk, did the stream in the day, and then spent the night on the couch watching, I don't remember what, with Danielle. So yeah, fun times.
We finished Only Murders in the Building and up to date with Wrexham now as well.
I've not watched Wrexham.
It's brilliant.
We watched all of Cobra Kai. We're up to date with Rings of Power, which really enjoying actually. Yeah.
Interesting.
I've seen some people really enjoying it. Some people a bit more mixed. Whereas I was like, nope, I've got a lot of time for this. Not started House of Dragon, although I'm hearing a lot of people say that that's the best of the two so far. I'm hearing both. But Cobra Kai was good. If you haven't watched Cobra Kai, do watch. Very good, very nice.
Never watched it. I know. Listen, right, my backlog of games is almost as big as my backlog of TV programs that I am still yet to watch.
Your TV programs is like my games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just role reversal. Yeah, it's literally just role reversal.
Exactly.
However, I did start. Obviously, we spoke about this. Immortals: Phoenix Rising. For those of you that may have been in tune with the Discord yesterday, really enjoying it. I mean, it's a game that I've wanted to play since it came out. Never really got round to it. Actually, bought it on my Switch about 4 months ago when I went to Real because I thought that'll be my holiday game. That'll be great. Really. Thought that'll be my holiday game. Never booted it up. Just played Football Manager on my Switch. And then thought, do you know what? Today's the day. The boy's preoccupying himself with his giant spoon, his bouncy thing. Samantha's in the kitchen watching the Queen's funeral. Thought, today's the day. 2.5 hours later, I am thoroughly enjoying it. It's fantastic.
See, what a weekend. We've both actually gone into the back catalogues. I installed 3 games on my fucking PlayStation
and how many did you play?
One of them.
Is that PUBG?
I played 2. I played PUBG as well. But no, I did like half of Heavy Rain in one sitting.
Oh, so interesting.
Danielle was like, have you got something different we can play? Because like she lets us sit there and watch PUBG, but obviously when it's the same, it's like let's do something different. So last week we played a bit of Fortnite, which was a nice change of pace kind of thing, and new season of Fortnite's out, which I could jump into that, but I like to wait until at the end and get all the missions in, and I'll fly through it again. So couldn't be arsed playing Fortnite. So look through the library of games that I've got, and I have fucking tons of games that I own that I have never even installed on my console. Anyway, looking back through the list, and we got down to Detroit Become Human, which I started in the studio about 4 years ago, which was a great game, and I need to finish it. I will come back to it one day, and then I think I changed from a PlayStation to a PS4 Pro, and I either deleted my save or I uploaded it to the cloud or whatever, and I just didn't have it there available. It wasn't installed, whatever it was, I don't know, and I just never went back to it. So I was like, I played Detroit, and then I was like, actually, Detroit, before that, there was Beyond Two Souls, which I played about an hour of that one as well, and then before that, there was Heavy Rain, which I never played, and I own all 3 of them. So I was like, well, do I really want to play Detroit and then go back to lesser games, lower visual fidelity? So we went back to the beginning first, installed Heavy Rain. Fucking really good.
Yeah, it's a brilliant game.
Really good. It's really good game.
That kind of spawned into what, not the point and click style games, but like the Telltale games. That Heavy Rain kind of forced me in that direction of there can be absolutely fantastic storytelling as an interactive movie-esque type thing. So, have you ever played any of the Telltale games?
Just The Walking Dead, like season 1 or whatever.
Definitely go back and play them. Like that is the best Telltale games that I've played. But I was a massive fan of Walking Dead. Not towards the end. I kind of fell off that because it was just you knew what was coming from a mile away. But the Walking Dead Telltale series, as well as the Michonne spin-off were all amazing. Definitely worth playing them ones. Back to the Future is obviously very good as well.
I know. I own a Back to the Future game on the Xbox, but that I don't think.
But it will be the Telltale one. I can't remember another Back to the Future game that came out.
Maybe it was then. I own it, but and I see it every time I sit on my Xbox. It's like Twitch, Back to the Future.
It's definitely worth
nothing
playing.
else. So yeah, Heavy Rain, really good. I won't talk about it because it's a very story-driven game. You're playing through a movie. It's a bit slow, but I think that's kind of almost like nature of the beast of the controls and the fact it's a PS3 game. Detroit I've played a bit of, and it was a lot faster in terms of like just being able to move around. It's less clunky and stuff like that, but still really good. The story outweighs the slowness of it.
Well,
so
considering it's now September, we've got 3 months until our final day of the working calendar year. Have you got anything earmarked for your Christmas game this year so far?
I haven't. Like,
It's Cyberpunk 2 years after the fact, maybe?
fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Like Tito says in the chat, in 2077, Graham will actually play Cyberpunk 2077, and it will seem like normal life with his cybernetic arms. Fucking, I ain't gonna be around in 2077. I'll be happy if I make it 2047. Ugh. Anyway, let me scroll back. I'll use that as an opportunity to jump back up. Lake, who was in nice and early, says, hello. That's how our remote says. It says hello. I'd get Bibby to say it, but he's got a mouthful of brew. Nice. Ish from Viv, eating, scoop me up. Nice. Timeless is lurking. I was also lurking. Timeless, you will be delighted to know that I was moist and naked watching your stream because I was in the shower and I had my phone on the side whilst I was watching.
Oh, hello. There you go.
There we
Perfect
go.
time. I was waiting for the opportunity.
Nice. Neil says moist. I'll read. You have sat here. That's nice. A lot of people have sat in these chairs now.
It's still moist now.
Yeah, I know you could have wiped it up before you left. God damn. Inward singing. What?
I think that was when we was doing the.
Oh, okay. That was not annoying at all. Welcome to the scoop. Glasses all over the country just spontaneously shattered. I'll take that as a compliment because that's proper like
Pitch perfect.
alto, soprano, something or other. I don't know which one it is. One of those kind of things. Will Monday never end? It's rolled into Tuesday according to the title. Oh, does it say Monday?
I changed it.
Nice.
The day was right, but obviously in my head it's still Monday. So yeah, Tuesday the 20th now.
Nice. Just making sure you're all paying attention. Good lad, babe. Nice recovery. I love the fact that we have that conversation about that's what you were doing and see if people would notice it. And they did. So well played on purpose.
Brilliant.
Oh, fuck. Get rid of that. To be fair, I did tell Graham earlier about the date. Lol. Did you?
Oh, it said it further up. Will Monday never end? It's rolled into.
Ah, okay.
Who did actually see that? That said it. That I actually paid attention to. Title says Monday. Iceman. Title says Monday. There you go.
BRB just having a shit. Great inputs from Enix. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, how much clubs did you watch at weekend?
Yeah. I watched until I heard Enix's voice and naturally turned that fucking thing.
He was built like a brick wall in pro clubs, which just doesn't. Like it's literally like watching Yal Morby or Razor Ruddock in the middle of the park. It was very interesting. It was a good session, apart from when Neil decided to put a name on every single pass, which then inevitably never went anywhere near.
No, I watched quite a lot of it. It was actually up until about when Enix joined. I heard Enix dropping in, and I think I then went and started to do stuff, whatever. When was that? Was that Sunday? I think I went for a mooch or something on Sunday. I can't quite remember. Maybe I did the shopping. Anyway, I think I was getting my stuff ready and then turned it off at that point in time. Yeah, we went shopping Sunday morning. That's what it was. So yeah, about that. But you live in Salford. You're used to my accent. Yeah. I mean, yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Course, mate. Yes, proper good, mate. It's belching, mate. Where did we get to? BRB on a work call for an hour. Oh, I see how it is, Tito.
Honking.
What a guy. Honestly, let's just start.
You better left the tab open.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah. Heavy rain equals Finland weather from September to December. That's Manchester weather from January to December.
Very typical.
On Discord, when telling about the Bushman video, did you say something? I didn't pay attention. Nice. Although I might not have read it. I did get a message come in, but I was eating food / coming down and getting ready for the scoop. Enix, 7 foot, 250 stone, trying to skill a man. Neil also says, fuck off, lost it.
I agree.
Although that's two different people now. I think Lotus said the same thing about the as soon as Neil put a name on the pass, it didn't find his location yesterday when we were playing PUBG. So
just smash it into whatever part of the pitch and then hope that someone picks up and go, yeah, I meant that. Yeah, meant for.
Sorry, Neil. It's all right. I mean, I played pro clubs during the subathon, and that's pretty much all my game consisted of. So nice.
We will get more pros going. More pro clubs going. Though we've got two different. We've got Xbox and PlayStation. So it needs to happen. I mean, it's something that I tried to manufacture over the years quite a lot. In fact, it got to the point where I had to bring in my IRL friends to come in and fill in the gaps, because every time I shouted it up, no one was available to play. So it's like, I really want to play pro clubs, but I don't have anyone to play with. So I'll wheel in the other boys who aren't streamers, who just play it and are ridiculously good, extremely greedy, but ridiculously good. They're in Division 1. They don't fucking lose. So it's kind of that way.
Well, I had Bateson drop in the stream yesterday, and I was asking him, like, what format does he play on? And he's like PS5. So in my mind, I was always PlayStation, because obviously whenever we've done football stuff in the past, it's always been on PlayStation, and we've looped in community guys, Toby, and did Manny join us? I can't remember if he ever did. Anyway, a bunch of other people, like creators, community guys, ICU community guys. So it's always been PlayStation for me. So I was like, oh, well, it's got to be on PlayStation. It's just the fact that obviously everything we've done recently has been on Xbox. So I think maybe we do a bit of both and see where we go from there. Like do some PlayStation stuff, do some Xbox stuff, and then if we feel like there's more traction, people enjoying it more, if we're on one or the other, we'll go that way until they throw in crossplay, and then
that's it. Well, the luxury at the moment is the fact that FIFA is on Game Pass, because if it wasn't, then there is no way that I'd be paying like 50 quid for FIFA this late in its life cycle to then play pro clubs. Yeah, it's just a luxury that it's there at the moment.
Yeah, when we get it free, I'll play. Yeah, nice. Yeah. But sometimes we don't get it free. EA and FIFA is just one of those games where they just don't give it out. It's great, nice, not very good. Anyway, yeah, the only reason Bateson plays on PS5 now is share play. So when they're doing packs and someone's got, I've got a Legends pack, can you open it? It just drops in on their PlayStation, job's good, and that's it now. So you might as well keep it on that one, which kind of makes sense. Caneless. Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. Have you lost your cane? He just got caned.
He just got caned.
Welcome in, dude. I'm here for the ice cream. Well, we are here for you. We are going to bring you some of the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games over the next hour or so, as we run you through the biggest headlines. If you don't know who we are, let me show you. Hey, I'm great. This is Bib. We are Ice Cream Uploads in true ice cream fashion. This is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast.
Even if we do say so ourselves.
Goddamn right. Anyway, we usually go live, just like we have right now, on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads at 10 a.m.
Massive-ish.
Nice. So yeah, we go live each and every single weekday at 10 a.m. ish. We work in the video games industry, so sometimes it's not 10 a.m, sometimes it's 25 to 2. It is what it is. But if you are in the stream, it's not just about the stream. The live stream is turned into a podcast, a video on YouTube, and an audio podcast on iTunes and Spotify and SoundCloud and Google Play. There is lots of places where... How many people, Wib?
About over 600,000 at this point.
About 1 million?
Yeah, 6 million.
6 million people have watched and listened to this podcast on demand. That might not be quite accurate, but we'll go with it. Yeah, a little bit. Eventually there will be 6 million people that have listened to this podcast, but not quite yet. Anyway, please do feel free to get involved in the chat on behalf of everyone else that is watching, listening on demand. Before we go any further, I want to remind you that you can type !loot drop in the chat. The first Monday of every month, we give a prize to one of our subscribers just for being a subscriber. Whether you paid for it yourself, whether Amazon paid for it, or someone gifted it to you, someone will get a prize. Just because we want to say thanks for being here. We appreciate the support that you guys give us. As well as that, you can check out all of our sponsors. You can see the logos up on the sides of the screens, that way and this way. Astro, Insert Coin, and GT Omega. You can check those out. I mean, we are partnered with Twitch. They don't sponsor us, but the other guys you can. ! Astro, ! Insert Coin, and ! GT Omega in the chat for all of that goodness. What are you doing?
Chatbot.
Chatbot's not up. Okay, well...
I load this chat up and then think that that's it. Yeah. But it's not. It's just a chat box.
Because you only have the one thing at home, whereas here we have the basically this screen is so far away, we have to have a different program on it to see the chat to make it big enough for us to see it. But it's not chatbot. But your brain goes, yes, I've opened a program with the word chat in it. This is chatbot. It's not chatbot.
Fuck. This is where we definitely need a password. Bet you. Unconfirmed. Fantastic. Straight away. Bloody hell.
Let's fucking go. Yes, as well as that, a couple of other things to mention. There are a few conferences going on in the world of video games this week. One of them is today, and we will not be watching that one as a live stream. So from 4 p.m. today, it's the NVIDIA... Is there a name for it? NVIDIA Beyond, I think it is, which is the NVIDIA GeForce announcement stream. Basically, expect the 40 series of NVIDIA graphics cards to be mentioned from 4 p.m. today. Twitch.tv/NVIDIA. I will have that open on my PC as I'm working away, so I will watch that as much as I can because I want to see what 40 series graphics cards are looking like and what the fucking damage is going to be.
Nicho's dropping at least $3,000 on 4 new graphics cards.
Nicho's going to be sat there front and centre.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. NVIDIA, like big
money gun
foam finger. So yeah, that's 4 p.m. today. We won't be streaming that live, but we will recap that tomorrow, 10 a.m.-ish on The Scoop. Also, tomorrow, 5 p.m., there is Logi Play. That is the Logitech conference where they will go through new hardware. It was confirmed a couple of weeks ago that event will be taking place with the likes of Danu from TSM, Little Big Whale, who's a PUBG streamer, and a bunch of others. Anyway, Danu tweeted a picture earlier of me and Little Big Whale are in Berlin, but we can't say what for. And I was like, well, clearly we know what that's for. That's what that is, what that has to be for. Surely that'll be the Logiplay event. Anyway, the Logiplay event, we will have something for that. Whether we actually have it in our hands at the time of the event or whether it's the day after or something, because we are Astro partners, Astro are part of the Logitech group of companies. So they are announcing something. I don't know what it is, but something will be announced. That's all we can say. So do check out the Logitech thing. They have teased it themselves, saying something exciting is coming, something different. Do feel free to check out that stream. If you don't want to watch that stream, we will co-stream that before the PUBG stream from 5 p.m. tomorrow. I will be on stream with that, going through whatever the announcements are. Yeah, boy. And then straight into some Chase of Grapes with Mates. Let's go, baby. So yeah, lots of content this week. Nice. Yeah. Exclamation mark Astro, not today though. Fuck. Nietzsche is streaming it, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, no, he's hosting it. He's hosting it. He probably will be streaming it.
Whistle and flute.
Yeah, exactly. On his phone, like selfie. Hi guys, welcome in. Hey. With GPU farming dead in crypto, prices might be down. I mean, they're already down on the 30 series graphics cards. So I'm not dead set on a 40 series. I usually try buy whatever is the pinnacle so that it lasts me for years. I mean, I've got a 1080 Ti, which is fucking phenomenal still. But if I can get like something 4080-ish, maybe not 90 Ti's, because that's fucking mega money. But if I can get something in that sort of region, it'll last me a good chunk. That said, the bottom has fallen out. I mean, NVIDIA announced a couple of weeks ago that they've made too many 30 series graphics cards, so there's shitloads left. Plus, crypto farming shit the bed, so everyone's getting rid of their rigs, so there's shitloads of graphics cards left. So if they go, oh, by the way, 3080s are now 300 quid, I'll be like, fuck it.
I didn't realise that crypto mining's... Why has it died?
Just people realise that it's a big old fucking scam.
Oh, right. So the bubble actually did finally burst on that.
Yeah, so there's a lot more graphics cards available at a lot cheaper price than they used to be. But because I haven't had my finger on the pulse, I don't know what is a scam price or not. Because I keep seeing 3080s at like 500 quid on Facebook Marketplace, whereas they were like 1,200 quid a few weeks back. And I'm thinking, is that a scam?
Surely
is that a scam?
Like because they've been run into the ground for so long, they haven't got that much mileage left in them.
There was something I read on that, and graphics cards that have been in mining rigs often are actually better than your average Joe who's had it on a PC, because people that run mining rigs want them to be running at a good rate consistently, not like shredding the shit out of it. So often a card from a mining rig is actually usually in a better condition than someone that doesn't know what they're doing and has revved the tits off it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't realise that, because I was looking the other week. I was like, can you buy mining rig cards? Is it safe? That kind of thing. And it was like, yeah, usually if you've got it from someone that knows what they're doing mining wise, then it's like buying a car from a proper collector that's had it for years. You know it's got good parts and he's got proper service and stuff like that. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just don't expect an EVGA card from now on. I think I actually have an EVGA now, but yeah, they've ditched NVIDIA. So yeah. I think there was a couple of others as well. There was like 3 brands that I saw named that are no longer making NVIDIA cards. They were the best cards as well. What, EVGA? No. I'm on 3060 Ti. That's rocking, to be honest. Nice. Something to do with Ethereum changing the way it works or something, so GPU farming isn't cost effective anymore. And probably the energy crisis.
It
cost you £7 million to earn that £8. Let's go. Ethereum's gone to proof of stake, so not as much mining is needed. 3080 Ti is £900 new.
Oof, that's 2x. That's 2 PlayStations.
Yeah. If that drops down to 500, I'll take one of those, please. Thank you. But like 3090 Ti's, that's like, weren't they £3,000 or something? Or I don't know if that was list price or if that's just what people were selling, but it was just.
I don't think I've ever had like a top of the range gaming PC. Like I don't think I'd ever would as well, because the buying base is so high compared to buying like a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. I don't think I could ever warrant spending that amount of money on a new system. Ever.
See, I have a really good PC. That's a decent PC now, but it was a really good PC when I got it because PC specialists were like, "You're from Huddersfield, mate." Yeah, it was not what I was, but I'll tell me the Southwest. I knew someone that used to work at PC specialist, so he sorted me out like proper good price for it. But yeah, I wouldn't have had anywhere near as good rig as I've got now.
Just make up a price because Danielle's in the chat.
It was
It was on sale for about £250.
No, £250 for £48.
Don't bait yourself.
Fuck. Mini rigs, or mining rigs don't affect the cards as much as gaming does, so the cards will be good. Imagine buying a mini rig startup card. That's very dead. What did you buy a mining rig? What? I missed it. Whoever the follow was, Jackie Smith, thank you for the follow. Caneless as well, 11 minutes ago. Appreciate that one, dude. We did shout you out at the point in time, but appreciate that. Thank you very much. Got a new 3080, so I'm sorted for ages. Nice, until you sell it next week, because that's what John does. Oh, I've got a new iPhone. I've not got a new iPhone. Oh, I've got a new camera. I've not got a new camera. Have you sold your 6400 yet? By the way, I bet you have. Side note, I just bought Cyberpunk.
How much for? I do really want to play it, to be fair. Like, I've still got it, obviously, on my PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 version, but...
I want to play it, but if I'm only just making my way to Heavy Rain, which is about 11 years old, Cyberpunk 2033, let's go. According to some tech YouTube channels saying NVIDIA are artificially keeping the prices high on the 30 series, so the 40s seem cost effective. I've actually heard that before. I've heard that they're like adding in what's effectively digital scarcity. Digital scarcity is making something that is digital, therefore you can make infinite amounts of, limited, like Nintendo going, oh, you can only buy this until March and then it's going to be gone forever. Obviously that is digital scarcity, but I've been hearing that they've dropped the prices, but only passing those on to certain retailers, and only at the caveat that retailers don't pass those prices on to consumers and stuff like that. And I will sort you out as long as you sort us out, so we can keep the prices high for this, and then we can all drop it later on in a market sort of drop. I don't know. We've got no allegiances in that, so whatever I say, I will say, but it could all be bullshit, so I don't know. £24 Steam sale. I mean, PC is the best place to play it, so you probably would get it cheaper though. Yeah, but if you're enjoying it, whatever, the £24 well spent, let's go. £24 for a game at the size and the scale of Cyberpunk is still a bargain.
Absolutely.
Tell you what else would be bargain.
What is an absolute bargain, Graham?
Buying yourself a nice copy of GTA 6 at the size and the scale of that. That game has not been formally announced. Well, it has been formally announced, but we've not seen anything about. Oh wait, actually. Yes, we have.
Bastards.
Fuckers. As we jump into our first story of the day, Uber is in contact with the FBI over potential GTA 6 hacker. Okay, let me just move us over this. Fucking hell, mate. Back over this way. And back over.
Fuck's sake, every time.
Oh, wrong way. Fucking nice. Okay, we're on the right side of the city. Let's go. So Uber is in contact with the FBI over a potential GTA 6 hacker. This is a big old story that broke last week. We've been discussing in the Discord. We just thought we'd bring this article in because it gives a slightly different perspective. Before I jump into it though, Just want to mention that we will be talking about Diablo 4. Gameplay has also been leaked. We'll talk to you about Fortnite gameplay. They've buffed snipers. And we'll talk to you about PUBG's new update coming with the McLaren, which you will have seen me streaming over the weekend. Those stories are still to come. But for now, we'll jump into Andy Robinson's article at VGC. The tagline says, one attacker is potentially behind both recent data breaches. This is obviously at Rockstar. So transport tech giant Uber has said it's in contact with the FBI and the US DOJ, the Department of Justice, regarding the culprit of a recent security breach, which is potentially the same hacker behind Rockstar's GTA 6 leak. In what will likely go down as one of the games industry's most high-profile data leaks ever, more than an hour of Grand Theft Auto 6 development footage was published on Sunday via an anonymous user posting on the GTA Forums website. The anonymous user claimed they had obtained the leaked assets via an internal Slack channel and that they were also behind a recent Uber data breach, which also had Slack at its centre. Yikes. While it's not confirmed if the attacker did indeed perform both the GTA and Uber hacks, the latter released a statement on Monday acknowledging the potential link. Uber said it believes that the attacker or attackers are affiliated with a hacking group called Lapsus, which has been increasingly active over the last year. The hacking collective, which may be based in South America, is thought to be responsible for a series of cyber attacks against major technology companies, including Nvidia, Microsoft, Ubisoft, Samsung, and Vodafone. A 16-year-old from Oxford, England, who is suspected of being one of the group's leaders, was arrested earlier this year and alleged to have accumulated some $14 million from cybercrime. Imagine being fucking 16 years old and having 14 million. I mean, illegitimate reasons, but even still. Quote, this group typically uses similar techniques to target technology companies and in 2022 alone has breached Microsoft, Cisco, Samsung, Nvidia and Okta among others, Uber's statement reads. There are also reports over the weekend that this same actor breached video game maker Rockstar Games. We are in close coordination with the FBI and US Department of Justice on this matter and will continue to support their efforts. Earlier on Monday, Rockstar's parent company Take-Two publicly acknowledged the GTA link and claimed that it had taken steps to isolate and contain this incident. That was a quote, by the way. Multiple videos have been removed from YouTube at the request of Take-Two, confirming the legitimacy of the substantial leak. Take-Two has also reportedly ordered two of the largest online Grand Theft Auto communities to take down any links to the GTA 6 footage. And there we go. Andy Robinson at VGC with that story. Oh, actually, I've completely forgotten how to do the discussing now stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? We'll leave it. We'll leave it for now. So we are discussing now GTA 6. There you go. Nice. So if you missed it last week, GTA 6, one person shared, or one group of people represented by one account at least, shared the biggest data breach possibly ever, or if not possibly ever on a game as important as GTA 6 to wider gaming. You've got your tentpole titles like your FIFAs and your GTAs and your PUBGs and Call of Duty. No other game of that size has had a leak of this size in the past. This was huge. It had images. It had apparently source code for GTA 5 and GTA 6. Had tons of videos of different scenes, different functions. There was all of the debug stuff on screen, which gives a lot of further information to people that are looking into these games. Obviously, that's not necessarily as useful as it would be in terms of, espionage. No other company's going to look at that and go, oh, that's how they make the GTA 6, because no other company can make GTA 6.
Absolutely, yeah.
But what it does do is it helps hackers. If they've got the source code and they see how things are working out, and it helps the modding community, which could be a good thing, but it can help the hacking community, which could be a bad thing. Anyway, lots of information shared way before it should have been. Thoughts?
Also give away the name of the lead protagonist's character as well.
I didn't see that, and I'm quite glad that I kept an eye on certain bits of it. I have seen stuff based on rumors in the past that there was a Latino or Hispanic female character within the game. I have seen bits where they were robbing a store, restaurant, petrol station, whatever it was, which was in GTA 5, so it's kind of same but different. I didn't mind seeing that sort of stuff, but I didn't go digging too much into it. But yeah, sorry.
So they give away the name of the character, which could have just been a placeholder anyway. Do you want to know what the name was? Are you asked?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, so it was Lucia, was the name of the character, and she looks exactly when me and you had this discussion like 2 months ago. We're discussing like how the protagonist could look and what their whole embodiment in the GTA franchise was. Like I was saying, I didn't want them to just have a lead female character for the sake of having a lead female character. I wanted them to have a fantastic story, which was never in doubt. Like Grand Theft Auto are going to create a very well put together story, and the city itself surrounding that character. I didn't want it to just be the same as an interchangeable character, whether or not they were male or female. But she looks exactly how I thought she was going to look in terms of, I thought it might be a Ronda Rousey-esque type person, rather than it just being tall, big-chested, massive ass, very tight clothing, rather than that kind
Stop
of thing.
describing me.
Yeah, so the character looks exactly how I thought they would look. So yeah, in terms of the leak, I hate that this has happened. I was trying to give context in one of the groups yesterday, one of the Pez groups, believe it or not, saying that people have been shitting on it already. But it's like buying a car, knowing full well that in 2 years' time it's going to get built and you're going to see it, but then them sending a picture of that car 2 months after the fact, it's just exhaust and wheels, and you're going, what the fuck's going on there?
As if my car that's not being built is just exhausts and wheels.
Yeah, like, whereas the rest of it is like, well, it's not going to be ready for 2 years, but we're just showing you what it looks like now. Or they're not even meant to be showing its internal stuff.
We are just testing the infrastructure. It's like when you see a house being built and the foundations and you get all the metalwork and stuff going. That looks a bit of a shit house. Do you know why? Because it's not a house. It's a house in progress. But
what would have happened was, whoever it is that's managed to go in and get this stuff from the Slack, though it'll all be different departments all speaking to each. So one person will be doing animations, the other person will be doing textures, and that person who's doing the animations has gone, nice one for sending me the build for that coffee shop. Here's the animation of me holding up the barista inside that coffee shop. Here's how it looks, and they downloaded that 15 seconds, which isn't going to look polished at all, but it's just showing the animation within that building and how it would work.
There'd be all sorts of stuff going on as well, because like you just go, I'm going to go in and hold up this coffee shop. There's all sorts of AI at hand, like all of the different people in the coffee shop. Like that's where like the old school Pro Evo videos used to be really good. Like they'd do the developer videos and it'd go down to, a lot of people were never interested in seeing this sort of stuff because people just want the flashy, show me a goal, top bins, let's go BB. But they used to show you like, oh, there's a player here, and then they break him down to a wireframe model, and there's a player here, and then you'd see like the triangles of influence while they keep evolving, like someone else comes past and the triangle changes to, oh, this is where the focus is. There's all of that sort of shit. So this video, whilst we're seeing someone holding up a coffee shop, could be actually, by the way, make sure the AI guys are working as you would expect them to do. Does the dialogue fit right in this scene?
Because they take money out of the till. When you hold up the wall, hold them up, the guy takes the money out the till. He's got his hands like this, and he goes to the till, pulls money out and puts it on the side. Like, that's just that's them showcasing that the programming, the animation, and the build of the coffee shop is all working in unison. That's what you would expect from video game stuff. But obviously, people who just want to see the end stuff are just like, this looks fucking abysmal, because like the baristas, it got no model. It looks like Hitman. He's got no hair. He's got no features or anything like that. He's just wearing a barista's clothes.
Camera pans around. He's just got a tattoo on it.
Like, obviously, it's not going to look fantastic, but I was more impressed by the animations. Like, it looked, for a game that's not meant to be coming out for the next 2 years, like, it looks sharp. It looks great. So
the thing is, as well, a lot of people are like, is this all it looks like? But I think that's where you get into the levels of naivety as well. For anyone that's, I'm not a video game developer. And I know some bits. There is tons that I do not know about video game development, and I use my limited patchwork like knowledge to kind of piece it together. Could be massively wrong. Always say that with a pinch, by the way. What I'm saying, I mean, about anything real, I suppose. But for anyone that's even used any form of 3D rendering program, you design shit on what looks like a fucking calculator, basically, and then you like a YouTube video, you need to render it out like anything that you make on fucking any video editing software. You render it out at the end. The same thing comes with lighting. You don't build it in an engine with all of the lighting and stuff in, because you'd need to be NASA to be able to fully build all that shit. So you get it to the point, and then you essentially go, and then you throw all of the visual elements. I imagine that's where ray tracing comes in. Once again, don't quite know how it works, but all of that, the visual gubbins, let's put it that way, is added once you get everything working. So at this point, you get it to a good point, but then lighting, textures, shadowing, all of that sort of stuff is added late on. So if people are looking at that, I mean, even what is just there, if you add what's in GTA 5 probably with the lightings and textures, the game would look incredible, even probably with what's there. But yeah,
it's the same process of putting up a shelf. Do you know what I mean? So you put all you unravel the shelf, you put your tools down one side, get the shelf, you take all the bits and pieces out, you put the wood down on the side, you put the stencil on the wall, you draw the circles on where you know the pins are going to go.
If anyone hasn't put a shelf up before, feel free to clip this.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Then you put obviously you start to drill the holes in the wall with the stencil that you've already put. Then you put the shelf on top, you put your spirit level on. Does it look perfect? There's step by step. That's a step-by-step tutorial on how stuff's being made. That isn't just, you don't walk into a room, you bought the shelf and it just appears on the... No one wants to see you putting the shelf up, you just want to see the end product. And people don't understand the process of creating a video game. I mean, it should be common sense that there's going to be a foundation, there's going to be coding, there's going to be animation, there's going to be people designing the characters, there's going to be people designing the coffee shops, there's going to be people designing the walls and stuff.
It baffles me how much people just want to get angry. Like, they're not angry at the fact that okay, if you don't want to hear spoilers on where the game is potentially set, then mute or whatever for 10 seconds. Okay, starting now. So the game looks like it's going to be set in Miami, which is Vice City, that sort of stuff. We've kind of covered leaks on this in the past anyway, but obviously everything is pointing towards that again. Anyway, good to go. Nice. But like, people don't see beyond that. They go, okay, well, I'm happy enough with that, but now I'm going to get pissed at the fact that I'm seeing the rough environment, I'm seeing the buildings, but everything is not fully mapped out. And like we've said already, a video game takes a long time to make.
Many people.
Yeah, exactly. Multiple departments, multiple businesses agencies that probably haven't even spoke to Rockstar are probably going to be taken in and working on this at some point in time. Multiple programs and textures that they're going to plug in to make the whole thing work. There's a lot of levels, and the fact that people just love to be negative to the point where they're seeing this and they're not getting pissed of the fact that the location has been leaked or the name of the character has been leaked ahead of a hero trailer delivered by Rockstar that should hit you and give you that sort of your Avengers moment when you see all of them in the same shot for the first time. You're like, fuck yeah. That's what Rockstar want to deliver to you. And all this, people that aren't getting pissed about the fact that they've had that moment stolen from them, they're getting pissed about the fact that a game that they shouldn't have been seen yet isn't what they should have been seen. It's like,
the people are hailing this person as a hero because they've managed to uncover the shortcomings of what Rockstar are currently doing. They're seeing this game not even half baked, it's like not even quarter baked. It's like, this is literally putting the ingredients together to be able to make whatever it is that you're making.
I mean, how could you you are effectively heroifying a burglar. so a burglar breaks into Bibby's house, takes his underwear out, he knows what colour Bibby's underwear is. It's red, by the way. He knows what colour Bibby's underwear is. Bibby didn't want you to know that information, at least not yet. But now you know, so therefore burglar, absolute legend. It's like, no, it's fucking burglar, still shouldn't be there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But I mean, for all intents and purposes, the game's not going to... I mean, we covered something last week where we said it's come to a point where they're just trying to own the leak. I can't remember what it was that we covered. It was on Friday.
It was the week before, and it was the Assassin's Creed stuff.
Yeah, so they announced it, the Mirage.
Which is quite funny because we haven't got it in the news today, but me and Bibby were talking about it. Did anyone see that there was a YouTuber who's doing okay in his content creation journey? Australian guy, 180,000 subs-ish on YouTube. Clearly wanted to fast forward his career as a YouTuber, so created a second Twitter account called @TheRealInsider, which is now deleted, doesn't exist. But this Real Insider was the account that leaked everything that was included in the Ubisoft Forward showcase about all of the Assassin's Creed games and stuff. Some stuff from the State of Play and a bunch of other things. And in doing that, Jason Schreier, who's established journalist in the video games industry. Basically, he said, I think some of this stuff is fake. It turned out to be real. So rather than leaving it at that, this person was like, remember this moment? I shit all over Jason Schreier, which basically meant one of the best investigative journalists in video games was now looking at you. Anyway, this person didn't even make it hard for Jason Schreier because this Dan Allen or whatever he was called, something along those lines, he tweeted the same stuff at the same time because Jason Schreier was looking through all his tweets, so you could see that it was the weird things from one tweet to the other, like certain letters were capitalized on the start of certain words that didn't need to be there. He'd post about the same sort of games at the same sort of times, so he'd clearly be on his account going, oh, Assassin's Creed this, and he'd go to the inside and go, oh, Assassin's Creed this. But he didn't need all of that because this guy just posted as Real Insider and then someone asked him a question, so he responded to that comment as himself. Nice.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
Juicy.
But Assassin's Creed obviously did try to own that. The thing is, though, that guy admitted to it because obviously he'd been caught out. He said, look, I'm going to take some time, go away and have a look at myself. And I'm thinking, you're going to go and have a look at yourself. Mate, you signed yourself an NDA.
Absolutely.
And Assassin's Creed, I'm going to go and have a look at you as well.
What's that
Ubisoft.
guy called that works at IGN that got done for Philip something or other, that got done for plagiarism?
Oh, the one who was just copying like smaller creators' videos.
The Dead Cells one that came out where he literally taken the guy, he wasn't an unknown reviewer of games. He was a very small content creator at the time. Obviously, people have found out since that he's actually a very, very good content creator for reviewing games. And literally just taken his video and bastardizing it to himself.
It's almost like Joey from Friends, but like just get a thesaurus out and change a couple of words here and there.
Absolutely, yeah. It's ridiculous.
Assassin's Creed is a big open world sandbox game. Okay, Assassin's Creed is a massive open world sandbox game.
But eventually, you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught slipping, and that's exactly what these people have been done. I mean, especially in video games where. Video game Twitter is, I think, just below football Twitter in terms of toxicity at times, especially like in the retro gaming world and around AAA releases. Like it can just be unbearable at most times. So if anyone wants to be vilified, and you end up doing it to yourself, you are going to be the one that's you're basically just cancelling yourself.
Yeah, it was something like Dan Allen games or something. Let me see if I can find it. Dan Allen. No, it's not Dan Allen. I don't know. Alan Dan, I don't know. Lieutenant Dan, I can't remember what his name was.
Oh, Dan Allen's just going to get blasted.
What the fuck? Why are all these people giving me shit? One Shot, welcome into the stream. Hello, how are you doing? Let me jump back up. I did see Gaga dropped in. Good afternoon, gents.
Afternoon.
Itan is in. Number one podcast rev. You see, I like this. I dropped into a Itana stream the other day. Perfect timing as well, because I don't know whether it was a sub streak, someone had just dropped something down, whether it just started or not. I dropped in and he was dropping shapes. There was absolute shapes being thrown everywhere.
I was going to say, was he playing? But apparently he was Just Dance.
It was full on sprinkler. Let's go, baby. Anyway, he's good. He's got the moves. David Allen, it could be, I don't know. Alan! Steve! I don't know. So yeah, how are we doing, Natalia? The game looks amazing for the stage it's at. The NPCs are like mannequins right now. People are dumb. Exactly. Okay, let me. Where's it gone? This one.
Yes.
Let me scroll back up and see what I missed, because there was some early conversation that we'd gone past. Take-Two are ready to take this stream down. Yes.
They got taken away.
They literally went on removing sprees on YouTube, even ones that have zero footage. It's just a person talking to the camera about it. I get that. It's not right to take someone's streams down and videos down if they are talking about something that is out in the public domain. That is not illegal. If you're showing the content, then that is. However, I think there is platform rules in terms of they can silence stuff that's not meant to be there, and
that's why I was very careful about what article I chose today, in terms of one that didn't showcase anything within there and things that kind
looked at it from a slightly different perspective.
Exactly.
Plus, it's had 2 or 3 days to mature as well now, so people have heard all the same stuff. Also, the fact that at that point, Rockstar would have probably just been on a blanket approach. A lot of that would have probably just been automated in terms of like fucking mute, kill, squash, scorched earth sort of approach. Where did we go? So they were caught slacking. Do you know what the thing is, though? There is long-term issues that comes from this, which I did see some people in the industry talking about, is the fact that the video game world is moving to a more modern way of working, to allow people to work remotely and not forcing them to be at a desk, which is great when you're working on a game like GTA, which has previously had issues with crunch and so on. And I bet Slack and other programs are what are facilitating that. So I wouldn't be surprised if Slack had some sort of share price shit the bed off the back of this, because it looks bad on them if it's all taken from Slack networks.
Depending on if someone's put, actually, whoever set up the Slack put the security measures in the first place.
Yeah, but even still, that's irrelevant to when soon as the media get hold of it and they say Slack bad, that's it, share prices get dropped, even if it's not Slack's fault. That impacts on them. So it impacts on Slack as a business and their share prices. It impacts on the trustworthiness of Slack in games industry brands. If other games brands that aren't very socially minded yet are seeing Slack has just been the cause of GTA's leaks. Okay, well, we were just about to get Slack servers. We'll cancel that now, which makes it harder for teams around the world to communicate. There's just so many different issues away from the consumers that are more issues that we would deal with behind the scenes in our day job kind of stuff that don't even really get talked about, and that's the big shit thing. Ice cream upload, Slack shared plummeted. Oh no, fuck, exactly. So yeah, exactly. Slack's shares have plummeted, which is the hidden, not even hidden cost, because it's quite visual if you're looking at it. For me, it's a hidden cost, but that's tragic. I hope that doesn't change the way that Rockstar works with Slack, and I hope that doesn't change other businesses keeping them as a valid thing, because we do work with Slack. We have Slack and we use it across a number of different projects and stuff. It's definitely worth using. The thing is, people are shithousers, not brands. So yeah, that was a grand theft of information. Grand Theft Techno, Grand Theft Info. Lead protagonist name is Graham. Nice. First mission, steal Greg's sausage rolls. Let's go, baby. That's more of a Bibby mission, that one, to be fair.
Absolutely, yeah, Grand Theft Newcastle.
If it was a Greg's bacon butty in the morning and a flat white free off the O2 Priority app, then yes, please, I'll take 100%. One of those. I like when someone tweeted, it looks like a completed Ubisoft game. Oh no. Facts up.
No comment, you're right.
Still looks more complete than Cyberpunk on launch. Look at Red Dead Redemption 2, best looking console game to date, still on the PS4. Imagine GTA 6 with basically unlimited budget. And that's the thing.
For me, it's not the graphics though. Graphics don't make the game look as beautiful. For me, it's always been animation. If the animation stinks but it looks great, then there's fucking point in playing. But if animations are as smooth as what the graphics are beautiful, that's the perfect combination. Always animations first.
Looking at the characters' faces in GTA 5, there's nothing wrong with it. It's good. But looking at, is it Arthur Morgan? Is that his name? The character in Red Dead Redemption 2. Looking at his face, like when you get it, and he's like you're next to the fucking a water, a lake or something. The sun's drawing in. You got the stubble lines. You got his crow's feet, and his. It just looks fucking. It just looks so much better than GTA 5. But that linked with, you imagine like everything that comes with next gen. Obviously the lighting and stuff like that. But you add the detail, the multiple lines and points of movement on the face. But putting that into GTA storylines as well. I mean, GTA stories have always been excellent.
Absolutely.
Always been excellent. But that with next gen stuff, it's gonna be amazing. And then if you add all of that stuff, you probably won't get it to that level of detail in all the cutscenes and stuff.
That's stressing me out.
I know. I
It's
need
proper sending me under.
It's because it's always plugged in. I never have it like off like that. When it's like was it like 60 seconds
It
or
keeps on
something?
catching my eyes. I'm just going.
Basically, my screen on my laptop keeps going to sleep because it's a new laptop-ish, but I work between laptop and PC. And when I'm on my laptop, it's not a problem because I'm always on it. And when I'm on my PC, it's not a problem because I'm not on it. But when I'm sat with it there and the screen goes off,
It's stressing me out.
So I'll tell you. Anyway.
I don't have anxiety 99% of the time, but that is giving me, it's sending me over the edge.
Well, it's worse because after a couple of seconds it goes off, so I have to then fucking turn it back on again as well. I can't remember tangent enough. Yeah, GTA 6. I mean, it's gonna look fucking badass. There is no two ways about that. Look at how good GTA 5 looked compared to GTA 4. Look at how good GTA 4 looked compared to San Andreas, and so on and so on. This will look. There has been not a lot of advances over the last generation and a half in technology.
Going for the stream. Is that your mic? Yeah. 100% yours. Yeah, I'll plug it back in. Whoo! That was hot stuff. It's I just have to reprogram it back into this again. Apologies.
Oh my
Big
God,
big ripperoni. If anyone's listening to that on earphones, God rest their souls.
They didn't want you talking about that.
Right, properties. Right, yeah, you're good. You should be back.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Guess who's back? Back again. Well, it's the Ice Cream Uploads, but don't tell Rockstar. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Nice. Are we? Deaf man is now deafer. Sorry, Viv. I can't even remember what we were talking about at that point in time. What were we saying?
I've lost our train of thought because that has shit me up. I'm not gonna lie.
It's that loud. So we have our Astros on the headset stands over there, and we heard it from over there over here. So, I mean, I know you guys know how loud it was because you guys clearly heard it as well. Sheesh. Oof. So yeah. Anyway, GTA 6 has been leaked. There's a lot of information out there. But I know that's what I was talking about. Look at how good GTA 5 is compared to the others. And I says there hasn't been that much technologically on first looks. If you look at an end PS3 game and you look at a PS5 game, there is a much closer gap than if you looked at an end PS1 game versus a PS3 game.
Oh, 100%.
So they're a lot closer in that sense. But that said, there was a lot of beautiful additions, and the scope in terms of processing power and storage capacity is much larger. So something like GTA, you don't really need to build on what's available within the city, but if you can make that look phenomenal whilst you do it. So
that's what people wanted from the Definitive Collection. They wanted the same city, but just made to look more modern. I genuinely thought when we was getting the Definitive Edition of Grand Theft Auto that they would all look very similar to what we'd seen in Grand Theft Auto 5, but instead they just kind of, I don't know, put a fresh lick of paint on it and then fuck some things up or whatever. But
yeah, make the what was it? It was the nut and bolt that just smoothed it out.
Yeah, made it a donut rather than a fucking.
Imagine
bolt.
fucking putting your tyres on with us. Spanner just rotating.
But I genuinely thought that's what we were going to get. Obviously, mega disappointed.
I did hit myself in the face with the mic. You did.
But yeah, it wasn't really from the ground up. So from what I've seen so far, from what's come out, obviously you have to put your ridicule glasses you have to put ridicule glasses into the drawer because you're not meant to see it, so you can't really judge it from what you've seen because it's not time to see it. But from what I've seen in terms of the animations and stuff, I am more than happy with what I'm seeing so far. We've got a long way to go until it actually arrives on our consoles, so I am eagerly awaiting to actually see more and what the repercussions are going to be from this, because I feel like that is a completely different talking point that you could have with this. What is the repercussions of what we've already seen? Are they going to own it? I mean, they've obviously gone on the defensive, which you absolutely would do with one of the biggest gaming IPs in the world, in terms of taking other people's content down and trying to remove YouTube videos. And like when it comes to editorial pieces like what we've just taken from VGC, I don't think that they would have potentially tried to take those articles down unless they had embedded links in anyway, which now would have been taken down from Twitter anyway. But they're just trying to, whether or not they're going to own the mistake and do what Assassin's Creed did. And
I kind of feel like they will, but I also kind of feel like they won't yet. And the reason I say that is Rockstar is possibly the only brand in the world of video games that doesn't need anyone else.
Yeah.
Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed will be at EGX and will be at TGS and will be at Gamescom and will be at E3 and probably your MCMs and stuff as well, because Ubisoft are everywhere with that sort of stuff. Rockstar goes, I mean, we could get it out next week and have coverage globally everywhere and be the headline brand at E3. I'll do it a couple of weeks after.
Yeah.
And everyone else will be like, what? You want the global? You've just said no. We'll get it anyway. So I can see them going, yeah, we will own this, but do you know what? We're not going to be forced. And it's not ready for anyone to see anything yet. So I think, I mean, it's very possible we could get something tomorrow, but it's also very possible that they can go, do you know what? 4 weeks, we'll put something out in 4 weeks' time, and then we'll show them what it should be like, and we'll do something. We won't mention it, but we'll do something tongue-in-cheek that goes, this is why it's worth the wait. And it's like that sort of stuff, like, you shut the fuck up.
Well, they've obviously mentioned there about what Rockstar could potentially do with their with GTA 6 going in the future, but what about if this was to happen to a completely different video game publisher?
I like the segue, but I'm going to peel it back.
Oh no! I thought I'd timed that perfectly as well.
The other
Bastard.
bit, because I was going to feed off what you just said in terms of getting things removed from Twitter. The reason I couldn't find Dan Allen Gaming on Twitter is because @Dan Allen Gaming doesn't exist anymore. So he's deleted his account. It was Dan Allen Gaming. That was the name. @Dan Allen Gaming on Twitter. He did have a YouTube with 180,000. I assume that's probably still there because that's a bit more difficult to get rid of and get back. But there
Rebranded.
you go. Yeah. Do you know what? Might get rebranded though. Diablo, on the case of a leak. That's not as great as the segue that David was going to build, but at least they did it at the right time.
There anyway. We found the bridge. We're there.
So Chris Scullion, this time once again at VGC, has over 40 minutes of Diablo gameplay 4. Well, he hasn't, but it has seemingly been leaked. It's not yet clear why the footage was shared online. I haven't read this, but that first tagline, it's not clear why the footage was shared online. Sounds like Diablo done fucked up. So let's jump in and see whether they did. Imagine someone just going, what? Yeah. What do you want me to do with this 40 minutes of footage? Just, I don't know, put it somewhere safe. Put it somewhere you can find it again. Okay, youtube.com/Diablo. Boom.
Public. Rather than unlisted.
Found that video. More than 40 minutes of Diablo 4 footage has been seemingly shared online, as spotted and shared by Reddit user Ivy Russo. iVirus, I don't know, whatever. Some guy who probably thinks that's a really cool way of writing virus.
That's almost as bad as XOP3. Sorry, precision.
Zoppe. Oh, P. Anyway, the footage consists of 2 clips, one lasting 5 minutes and the other lasting 38 minutes. It's not yet clear who leaked the footage and why it was shared, but a discussion which can be heard in the short video implies that whoever recorded the footage wasn't the person playing the game. Instead, it appears that the player was streaming their footage online, likely via Discord, and others were viewing it. Ooh. The video contains numerous watermarks that say private test build, along with an ID number, which makes it easy for Blizzard to determine who'd stream the footage and take action accordingly. While it's not clear how the person obtained access to the game, one theory being shared is that it may be related to the Friends and Family alpha test, which has been ongoing since last month. As such, the streamer may be related to a Blizzard employee. What's clear, however, is the footage now being leaked was recorded by someone else watching them play. As the short video starts, one person whose voice is distorted can be heard asking another, "Are you watching Sky right now? Watch Sky right now. Why are we watching Sky? What is he playing?" asks the second person, who then realizes what's being streamed. This is not Diablo 4. This is not Diablo 4, they say in apparent disbelief. It is, the first person replies. As the footage continues to play, it becomes apparent that the people watching the video don't know the streamer. One viewer asks, "Who is this person?" while another replies, "I don't know, but I've been watching for a while." "So was this coordinated, or did he just hop in here and start streaming this?" asks one viewer. "Just hopped in," replies the other. I'm going to stop there. That sounds like, I mean, we've all been in a Discord server and accidentally jumped into a voice chat or something like that.
Someone was in our live
For like 48 hours. I can't remember who it was. So we've all done that shit before. Exclamation mark Sky. Not today. So yeah, we've all done that. Imagine doing that when you were playing a game that's not supposed to be out there, if that is what's happened.
I bet it's going to be something as stupid as he would have like an Elgato pedal or something like that.
I've done it before. I've pushed the button and just found myself like, what the fuck? Why can I... Oh, okay.
Yeah, but obviously you're not playing fucking Diablo 4. But yeah, I think the obvious thing about this is it's genuinely a mistake. I think with the fact that he's in somebody's Discord server, so it would have been, I think, someone who works at Blizzard who has access to it, who probably would just be doing some QA stuff. Might be one of the developers, who knows. They're playing it at home, and like I kept on doing it on Sunday when we was playing pro clubs. I had my foot pedal set up, but I was wearing my fucking slipper, so I couldn't feel the pedal. So I kept on thinking I was pressing the mute button for everybody else, but I wasn't.
That sounds so simple and stupid, but that is the main reason why I got the Elgato foot pedal, because obviously your foot pedals are kind of smooth like that. Yeah. And if you're naked foot, you can feel the different textures and stuff. But when you got slippers on, you can't. Whereas mine has like 2 side bits and a depressed middle bit. So I know that when my foot goes dunk it into the middle, I know I'm on the bit that I need.
Yeah. So I had to take that one slipper off to be able to mute it, so I can actually see that it's muted. But it's very easily done where you think you've done something or you've accidentally done something and it's ended up basically telling the world that Diablo 4 is, well, no one's actually said whether or not it looks bad or good. and I'm definitely not clicking the link that was in that to play the video either, because I think we probably would get taken down for that stuff, and I hate being a part of it.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But yeah, what I will do though is drop it in the chat for you guys, so you can watch it at your own leisure.
Yeah, VGC can get taken down instead. Let's go, boys. So yeah, interesting one. 40 minutes of footage seemingly leaked online, and nobody quite knows why. Although it does seem like friends and family, either someone knowingly, as an employee of the business, has been trying to stream it to his mates, and his mates aren't trustworthy, and they've copied it and shared it or whatever, and then it's just gone from there. Their trustworthy mate who's not going to share it shared it with their trustworthy mate who's not going to share it, and so on until someone knows. Or yeah, some friends or family person, same sort of situation, or they've done it in a way that they. What are you laughing at?
You can literally see the build number and the person's ID right in the middle of the screen. You know, like on when you can play FIFA in beta and it has your username and then an ID number underneath. That's literally what this looks like.
Like watermark to their tits as well.
They're not getting away with this kind of thing.
I wonder what it'd be though. Like, is it someone maliciously, not maliciously, it's probably not even malicious, but stupid. Is it someone stupidly sharing it with his mates? Someone at Blizzard, who makes it?
It's Blizzard, yeah.
Is it? Oh, someone at Blizzard who actually knows what they're doing, sharing it with their mates under the pretense that their mates are not going to share it? Or is it someone that works there's sibling, friend, family, son, daughter, mother, dad, whatever, that have gone and accidentally hit a button somewhere? Either way, from that private test build with that number, Activision Blizzard knows exactly who has done this, and someone's probably sat in a meeting somewhere going, yeah, so my Aunt Janet apparently didn't realise that the footrest underneath the PC wasn't a footrest, it was actually the pedal. So she put her feet on it, didn't realise that she just thrown herself into a video channel. Yeah. Let's go, baby.
It's the what do you call it where people... A transcription, is that it? Where people are talking and someone's writing it down. So they've put the transcript of the conversation that's taken place in it. I don't think they knew this person.
No.
They've literally said, have you seen
No,
Sky?
they
They've obviously looked at his name, but no one's like gone, oh, someone messaged Sky and tell him that he's streaming the entire fucking thing over on Discord. They just take it. They just sit back and watch it.
At first they're going like, tell Sky, and then what is he playing? Then it's the fact that they go past that, so it sounds like Sky's playing it, and then they go, so was this coordinated, or did he just hop here and start streaming this? Because actually, who is this person? I don't know, but I've been watching for a while. Or maybe that person is Sky, that they don't know Sky, and that person's just in a Discord or whatever and just started streaming it.
Yeah,
I'll forget.
It's mental, how this has come about. Again, leaks happen all the time, but not as clumsily as this. No, this is ridiculous.
It is bizarre. Fuck. Okay. Take-Two confirmed as DMCA in this podcast. God damn it. Tin Hat idea. This was Rockstar giving us something. They've prepped us for the letdown of delays. The thing is, though, they actually did come out with a message saying that it won't impact on the development cycle. So for those that just joined in, we were just talking about Diablo being leaked. Previously, we were talking about Rockstar having the new GTA being leaked. There was conversations around, so I was talking about it before about how you could see all of the debug stuff and all the dev stuff. There was conversations around that could have a massive impact on the release date, because they might have to reverse engineer or engineering protocols that stops what's being shown on screen, so that it can't be modded or hacked to shit so easily. Rockstar did say in their post yesterday or whenever it was that actually it's not going to change anything. We're still on course. It's still going to be the same as what it is. So, yeah. If that was the case, if it was the tin hat idea that they've just said, and Rockstar are just prepping us for delays, then they'd have used that, I'd have think at that time. So not this time. I hope Rockstar just say, fuck it, make a mobile game.
Yeah.
Someone went to the wrong Discord server.
I think so.
Yep.
Especially because no one knows that person in there, or they've literally just looked at the username and gone, Sky, might not be familiar with them, but if someone's in there watching them for 40 minutes, if that was, I don't know. I mean, we get told when we leave the stream on all the time, like, you've left your stream on it. Obviously, leaving your stream on and streaming something that shouldn't be revealed yet, it's two completely different things, but you do usually get prompted to say you've left it on.
Thing is, a lot of people, like, I'm not going to name names. I know particularly kids of people that will jump on Discord and have a video call with their mates while they're playing the same game or playing different games or so on. I know people do that, so it could have just been a case of they've got that set up to a button and they might have been in a different Discord server and not realised they've caught the thing yet. And it could just be a case of if they're not doing it with an Elgato thing that has a proper plugin, but they're doing it with hotkeys, it could just be join video channel. That's it. You're in a video channel, not even realising that you're streaming it away. I mean, luckily for them, it was just playing video games and not doing...
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it would have been in streamer mode as well, won't it? So all notifications would have been turned off anyway. He would have had no idea.
Everyone's going, mate.
Yeah,
mate.
He'd have had no idea that this would have been in there.
Tin Hat idea. This was Blizzard giving us something. They've prepped us for the letdown of delays. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, we'll jump ahead. Do you know what is a letdown?
Oh, go on, Graham.
Sniping on Fortnite. Absolute massive letdown. You've gone through all this effort, you've got yourself geared up, you finally find yourself the heavy sniper rifle. You pop someone in the skull from a million miles. Headshot, sniper rifle, doesn't drop them. Fuck's sake. Well, apparently, that could be about to change. Jumping into it. Is just about got there. Nice, look at that. Lovely. George Foster at the Gamer has the next article. It says, Fortnite has buffed snipers to make headshots kill in one hit. You won't be skipping that heavy sniper now. We'll see. DMR still is live. But still, the latest season of Fortnite is finally upon us. And along with adding new points of interest to the map and mechanics like being able to turn into chrome. Okay, the chrome is the new enemy jobby thing I've seen from the trailer. I've not actually played it, so I don't know. Anyway, it's given snipers a massive buff that can let them kill in one shot again. Although most Fortnite players would agree that snipers are still one of the most powerful class of weapons in the game, they've been heavily nerfed for some time compared to how they played in earlier seasons. While they used to be able to take out players with one headshot, they were nerfed some time ago and changed the damage value to make it take 2 or 3 headshots to down a fully shielded player. That's about to change though, as pointed out by reliable Fortnite leaker Hypex. Epic highlighted another leak. Nice.
Leak.
Epic highlighted an overall damage and headshot multiplier for all sniper rifles on its blog post about the changes that have been made in the latest season. It specifically points out that players with a good enough aim can now potentially take out others with just one shot to the head, which is quite a buff and putting the snipers more in line with how they used to be. The paragraph highlighting the buff to snipers reads, quote, speaking of weapons, sniper weapons across the board, including one still vaulted, have had their damage and their headshot multipliers increased. Expert marksmen and trick shotters rejoice because now one shot could be all it takes to send someone back to the lobby. Keep your head on a swivel and, if your aim is on point, one-shot opponents with certain snipers once again, even in zero build. Yay! Epic then lists all of the snipers' weapons that have been affected by the buff, with a few of them getting headshot multiplier buffs alongside the damage buff. Some of them, such as the heavy and Storm Scout sniper rifle, only get a headshot multiplier buff, but presumably because their damage was already high enough to begin with. Not really that much to say there, Bib, but is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, I'm quite happy with this because it just didn't make using a heavy sniper, unless you use your sniper and then went to something that had a similar distance like the DMR. It didn't really make it that much of a viable option because it takes 180 health with a headshot, which is an awful lot. But when you're playing zero build, you have the overshield as well, which gives you another 50 HP.
100 health, 100 shield, 50 overshield.
Yeah, so that genuinely would take 2 headshots, which after reloading after every single bullet gives them enough time to potentially get to cover and start to med up again. It was shy unless you could flip to a different weapon. So the fact that this then gives us the option now for it to literally be the expert marksman who's really good at sniping, you now have the option to start eliminating people with one shot. That should be your reward for hitting those long snipes. You have the reward of using a shotgun at close distance if you're quick enough and good enough to be able to aim there. That's obviously a very, very good viable option, but having one of the most powerful weapons in the game be nearly unusable is a bit of a kick.
It was stupid. The fact that you could pick up not only a sniper rifle but heavy sniper rifle, the name is implied, and then shoot someone in the face and it still not put them down. You're in that realm of weapon switching. Okay, I've got a headshot someone from a million miles away and then switch to my AR or whatever and just spray and hope I can hit that 1 or 2 shots that I'm going to need, which is just, what is the point? You might as well stick to your DMRs and you just go, okay, 50, 50, 50, 50. Boom. Okay, I've got another 15 shots in the mag here. I've just taken 250 off. That's enough. If they start getting their heels off throughout that and I miss a couple of shots, I can still keep going rather than having to...
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. Fuck. Say,
Someone clip that, please.
No.
No.
Tin Hat idea. This was Epic Games giving us something. They've prepped us for the... Yeah, you get the idea.
There's a theme here.
Yeah, you get the idea. Okay, we'll go ahead. We'll move into the next article. We know you guys don't like that much Fortnite news, even though we like the Fortnite. We know. There's a lot of people who
like the Fortnite.
Yeah, we like it. The Fortnite. Only for 2 weeks at the end of the season. Then only 2 weeks at the end of the season. Then Fortnite goes back in the box. Let's go.
Did you get to level 100?
No, I didn't. I got to level 90. Or 91, I think it was. As soon as I got Darth Vader at level 90, I was like, I don't give a shit about anything else. Fuck that shit. Next up, though, we'll talk about PUBG.
For a change.
Nice. Vikki Blake at Eurogamer has this article. PUBG Battlegrounds 19.2 update is here along with a McLaren crossover event. No McLaren skins affect the performance of vehicles, though. Sorry. Obviously, this was from the 17th, so last week. Obviously, the patch went live on Thursday, I think. But yeah, we're talking about it now. Deal with it. Whatever, mate. PUBG Battlegrounds latest update 9.2 is now live across all platforms, bringing a new vehicle and weather system to Destin, an animation refresh, and the chance to race to your next chicken dinner in style. The new special collaboration with McLaren will run until the 1st of November for PC and players, and 9th for those PUBG and on console, and introduce a load of McLaren flavoured goodies, including a McLaren GT Standard Onyx Black vehicle skin, costume, gear, emote, and more via in-game McLaren loot caches. Players can also tart up the Coupe RB with McLaren skins, though the new vehicle interaction feature, although fair warning, through the new vehicle interaction feature to say, although fair warning, the skins do not affect the performance of the vehicle. Sorry. All the treats include a vehicle workshop in which you can spend McLaren tokens to add vehicle skins, a McLaren container car which spawns in each starting point and can only be used by those and their teammates who own a McLaren vehicle skin. The containers disappear when the match starts, though. There's also refreshed animations introduced to enhance player experience by improving and refining the game's animation presentation while retaining existing timing and strategy, and a new weather system for Destin map, which gives a time of day weather feature that will deliver a more realistic lighting / weather state over the course of a single match. Finally, you'll find a not so friendly neighbourhood food truck. Do you know what this is?
I've just seen that. I'm playing the video there, so it looks like you can fire out the back of it.
It's an ice cream van.
Yeah. Mega.
Dishing out some not-so-friendly treats, which can hold up to 4 passengers and features a large vertical open window on one side. Nice. Okay, we'll leave that there. So McLarens are now in the game. Did you see any of this over the weekend, babe?
I watched a little bit of your stream, but I'm just watching the actual trailer now because I didn't see this, but... Yeah, even like the animation refresh and stuff like that, it looks a little bit smoother. That was always my issue with PUBG. I just feel it's always a bit too clunky. I don't think it's very smooth with everything, which then throws me off because what I think I'm going to do, it feels like it takes like another 3 or 4 frames to get there. But it's looking a hell of a lot smoother. It doesn't... This is a terrible thing to say, but it doesn't look like a game that's still in early access now, I feel like. I feel like it's moved forward quite significantly where... It looks good. You could probably put it against a lot of other battle royale games that are out there, and you're thinking, yeah, it does actually look better. The biggest thing is that your opponents actually stick out, which I was having a lot of trouble with on Friday night.
How can you see it?
Well, I was playing Call of Duty, mate. The people just. Like the camouflage.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, they were just genuinely. If they were stood in front of a door, you couldn't fucking see him. If they were stood in front of a wall, you couldn't see him. But obviously, this looks a little bit better than that.
That's been a thing on Call of Duty previously. There was that Onyx Black skin where you get the full blackout costume and a full blackout weapon bit, and people would just stand in the corner of rooms and you'd run through, not see them, and they'd just go brrrah, to the point where
stressing me out.
They had to like nerf it by changing the colour of it, kind of thing, because people were getting pissed about it. Anyone else think that when Graham says, "Did you see this, Bib?" So, it sounds like, "Did you see this, Bib?" You're not the only one. Danielle's thought I've called him Bib many times. Yeah, so this is good. I mean, the animation stuff is cool. There's like, you hold onto an M4. Generally, it's stood like that, hand under the barrel, hand holding onto obviously the grip and the trigger. If you then have a vertical attachment on it, like a vertical foregrip, you hold onto the vertical foregrip. It helps you stabilise it. However, previously, you were holding onto the magazine rather than the foregrip. So they've neatened that sort of stuff up so it all kind of works better. It's still not perfect. There's weird situations where, like, if you're changing your weapon, you've got, like, say, your M4's on your shoulder here, your sniper rifle's on your shoulder here, unless you've got your M4 in your hand. And then you want to pick up your sniper rifle, you got that out.
you punch the microphone.
You put the M4 behind you, but then the sniper rifle just kind of like leaps into your hand. So it's still not perfect. They've still not ironed it out. There's still some little bits in there. My biggest issue is the McLaren. So it looks great. And you saw the coupe, which was the little orange vehicle racing alongside it. You basically go up to that and you press, well, there's a couple of issues. First of all, you press L1 and square, or LB and X, or whatever it is on the Xbox. And the vehicle kind of goes like goldy, shimmery, disappears and comes back. But you have to stand next to this vehicle for like 1.5 seconds, which doesn't sound like a lot of time, but it is when you're getting shot at. So most of the time you think, oh, fuck, I want to get away in my McLaren, which is going to be this exact same vehicle, exact same damage points as the coupe. But instead, you have to get in your coupe, fuck off, make sure you're safe, and then jump out and change your McLaren over. It doesn't just auto-equip your skins like it used to do now, but not just for that, for any other skin that you've got now. There's a good clip on it. For those of you that know Gaming Nacho, you've probably seen it, because a lot of people do watch this stream will be aware of Gaming Nacho, but he tweeted a video the other day saying, really love this new skin mechanic, and it's him going up to a vehicle going, how the fuck, what have I got to press it? And then he finally presses it, and it goes, like, you see the countdown, and the vehicle goes, boom, headshot, dead. So it's like, really loving this mechanic. It's crap. The fact that you have to stand there, you can't just auto set it. You should be able to, once you're in it, press L1 and square to bring up a wheel to choose what skin you want or something like that. That's better, but making you stand in the open so you can change the cosmetic of the vehicle. You've earned this skin, either the McLaren or any of the other ones, and you are now penalised because you've earned this skin, because it's going to cost you 1.5 seconds of your life every time you want to equip it.
You've not technically earned it.
But any of the other skins, like say if you played through the season pass and you've unlocked the Dacia skin, every time you go to a Dacia, like you choose what you want as your M4 skin, or your M24 skin, or whatever. You also choose what you want as your Dacia skin, your coupe skin, and when you get into that, the car instantly reskins. Now it doesn't. You get into that and the car stays exactly the same. So for any skin now, not just the McLaren one, you have to use L1 and square to equip it.
Yeah. If the car changes shape, then the car should automatically be on there, but then it'd take a lot of programming, wouldn't it? Because if the Dacia was the same shape, you said it's got different hit points, which I find bizarre, because the Dacia isn't a low car that's on the floor, is it? It's a squarish car.
Yeah, so it's probably, I imagine it's probably got like a different hit box, but it's still got, like, in terms of the health of the vehicle and stuff like that. So it's the same speed, the same health, it just looks and sounds different. So I imagine it might have a marginally different hitbox, but I'll leave that there for a second. I'll jump back into the McLarens now. My issue with the McLarens, and this is something I was talking about on the stream with, for those that were watching the streams over the weekend, you'll have heard me mention this. This is my third time now, because I've had 2 PUBG streams and I mentioned it both times. You play Fortnite, you go through the season pass, and your big prize at the end is Darth Vader. You get to level 19, you get Darth Vader. If you want something different, like, I don't know, maybe Darth Vader's spaceship, which they actually give you in the pass and stuff like that, or maybe you want the Stormtroopers, or you want a Kylo Ren. Okay, that is in the store, and you have to buy that separately. It's a different thing. It's not Darth Vader. You've gone through all of the season pass and got your prize, which is this great thing that can't be better. In PUBG, that you go through all of the season pass, and I believe you just about get enough to earn enough in-game currency to buy the basic version of the McLaren. They've got a basic and an elite version. The elite one has like better colour options and stuff. The basic one doesn't. So you can go through the season pass and get the basic one. You can't get to the elite one unless you buy loot crates and stuff, which you then open up to eventually get enough. It's like crafting shit. You have to get enough currency to be able to buy it. But then the thing that made it even worse that Nietzsche told me yesterday is, say if I got 3,700 of these points, which I think is what I need to buy the elite one, get the purple skin, get some nice alloys, and change the colour of the brake calipers. I can't even just go, okay, I'll have the brake calipers, please. I then have to open a crate to basically get the blueprint or whatever it is for the brake calipers before I can get them, and then get the blueprint for the purple before I can get them. I don't know how... Anyway, long story short, it's a great skin, it's a great crossover, nice getting McLaren into the brand, but it's just a horrible gacha loot box cash heavy system, and I do not agree with it at all. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But there you go. So PUBG has invented pay to lose. Yay! Anyone else think when Graham's... I've done that one already. Yeah, so yeah. There you go. I mean, that said, the car is great when you're in it. Nietzsche unlocked it yesterday. Sounds fucking badass. I mean, it sounds like you can hear it from 6 days away.
Yeah. You're announcing your...
long before you get there. Yeah. Tin Hat idea. This was Crafton Games giving us something. They've prepped us for the letdown of delays. No, they've prepped us for the letdown of crates. It's not a great way of doing it. It's not. And we can all say that. We all know that. It's definitely badly decided from the Crafton home is there. It's cashing in. It is. It's disgusting. It's opportunistic. There's a lot of good stuff in the past, and the fact that the McLaren crossover is there is great. The way that they've chosen to do it is not. But that is what it is. And that is the end of the stream. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for the stories today. We did talk about a bunch of leaks. Uber is talking to the DOJ in America because they were hacked at the same time as Rockstar. Uber are helping with the Rockstar case. As well as that, Diablo had, not so much hacked, but leaked. They just randomly posted 40 minutes of footage online. Let's go, baby. Nobody quite knows why. No, it wasn't that simple, but if you flick back through it and you've not seen it, you can find it all out. We then spoke about Fortnite buffing its snipers in information that was leaked on that one as well. Nice data mining.
There's a bit of a trend going on
there. The only one that wasn't was PUBG. We're shouting out how good PUBG are, not getting leaked. Let's go, baby. So PUBG patch 19.2 went live on Thursday last week. We streamed it a couple of times on the channel. We'll be streaming it tomorrow night too, so do feel free to join us from 5 p.m. tomorrow. We will be watching the Logiplay stream live and then jumping into some PUBG. We may jump off depending on how long the Logiplay stream is. I've never seen a Logiplay stream. We aren't obligated to do that. So if it's looking like it's, okay, do you know what? Yeah, we'll go back in a bit. Rather than sitting there for an hour and a half, we may jump into PUBG a bit early. We'll see. But do feel free to join us tomorrow night for that. But before any of that happens... Sorry, just checking if you're all still with us. That did happen a few minutes ago. Mr. Bibb, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes,
actually, before you do...
Ooh, hello.
Fucking spider web down to the camera. Can you see it? Like there's a spider web glowing like strand.
I bet you can see it because it's in front of the light.
Yeah, that's it. That is it.
I cannot see it.
Anyway, fuck the spider web. Bib, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, Graham, I can't see the spider web. But again, thank you very much to each and every one of you that have joined us for today's episode of The Scoop. We very much appreciate it. But if you want to help shape any of the remaining shows, which there are now 3 of them, as it is Tuesday today, there is 2 ways that you can do so. First of all, find us on social media. It is at Ice Cream Uploads across all major social media platforms, or alternatively, get involved with our Discord. If you're watching this on any of our on-demand services, go into the description below. All the links that you require will be listed there below. But all we need from you is URL plus your thoughts and impressions. We will then give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be at what time tomorrow, Mr. Graham Day?
10 a.m.
Ish. I like that. Was my impression of the McLaren.
This is Steve Gerrard.
Crikey.
Nice. It's a great way of doing it. Great expectations. and all that. Stick around though. We're going to drop a laid on one of our friends. Nope, not a raid, but a laid. One of our friends is going to get laid. Nice. We're going to drop a raid on one of our friends. Stick around for that. It's always nice to help out other streamers. Plus, you will get 250 sprinkles just for doing so. Nice. Why am I in the mics bit? I don't know. Hi. So yeah, stick around for the raid. Have yourselves a beautiful day, and from us, stay frosty. Stay frosty.